Welcome to another episode of WLXC Week in Review. I'm Coach Paul Shelley, and today I'm joined by Coach Manny Miles for additional insight and analysis. Welcome, Coach Manny.
Much obliged.
This week, the Knights and Lady Knights laced up their shoes and went on the road to Clarkco State Park, and wow, was that ever a tough course. Those hills were killers. Here's some footage of runners tackling some of those hills. Manny, what effect do you think the hills had on the runners this week?
Slowed them down.
Yes, Manny, they certainly did. As a matter of fact, the average runner at Clarkco was 1 minute and 36 seconds slower than the week before at Okeechobee. To factor in the difficulty of the course, we've calculated an expected time for each runner by adding 1 minute and 36 seconds to their best time on the Okeechobee course. Does that make sense to you, Manny?
I reckon.
Well, let's dig into those results. The highlight of the day for the Knights was the middle school boys remaining undefeated by placing first, second, third, fourth, and fifth for a perfect score of 15 points. Austin Harmon and Landry Maxwell battled it out for the overall championship. Their two times would have actually placed 6th and 7th in the boys' varsity meet. How impressive is that, Manny?
Mighty fine.
The top 5 was rounded out by Cooper Rayner, Owen Allen, and 7th grader Stone Berg. And 5 of the middle school runners beat their expected times by over 1 minute, including Austin, Landry, Owen Allen, Stone, and Cooper Sellers. What's your analysis of those performances, Manny?
Done good.
Well said, Manny. Well said. Our middle school girls competed on the tough Clarkco course as well and were led by Madison Cooper and Miley Zingler. Blair Ammon beat her expected time by 1 minute and 19 seconds. And the high school boys team finished 4th place overall and were led by Riley Taylor, Cooper Lafferty, and Lane Brooks, who all beat their expected times by more than 30 seconds. Harley Taylor beat his expected time by almost a minute. And last but not least, our girls team finished 2nd overall to the state powerhouse Columbia Academy. Emily Snodgrass finished a close 2nd to all-state runner Charlie Franks.
Charlie, that really hurt!
What do you think, Coach Manny, of Emily's performances so far this year?
She's a fast one.
Yes, she certainly is. That girl's faster than small-town gossip. Emily was followed by Zoe Clymer, the Super Twins, Abby and Emma Cruz,
Wonder Twin powers, activate!
and Caroline Cheatham. Emily, Zoe, and Lily all beat their expected times by over 20 seconds. Next week, our high school teams will travel to Choctaw Trails in Clinton to compete in the Mississippi High School Opener. Thanks again for joining us, Coach Manny, and go Knights!